went down with his injury.
Like he went,
He was out for a play, right?
Right. Did you feel like he was neutralized as a runner a little bit after that?
No, I thought he was fine. And he came right back in one play later.
Brad, what happened on some of those long touchdown passes where there wasn't really guys around them, the receivers?
Yeah. Some of the depth of the coverage and listen, when those routes get that deep and that long, like you've got to affect the quarterback. When you've got a dynamic runner like that, you try to spy him, but you got to be able to move him off his spot before the spy can go hunt him. And we were able to move him off his spot. We were successful in some of those third downs, but most times he was able to stay there, and then the spy was a little bit neutralized because if you trigger too quick one side and he gets out, and then coverage-wise in the back end, we got to play with some more depth. We talked about it. We knew what kind of routes we're going to get, especially those down in distances. We jumped some stuff that was put in the front of our face and let some other ones go over the top of us.
Brad, they had given up 37 sacks this year. What wasn't working for the pass rush?
Probably a little bit of everything. Call, could have done some things to, maybe created even more one-on-ones. It's just one of those things. It's hard. They have a lot of different weapons. We're trying to help a lot of different guys. You got some new guys out there, some younger guys in the back end, and so when you try to help them, it's a little bit less what you can do up front, especially when you have a mobile quarterback. And so there's probably a little bit on everything. Play calls. Some guys probably thought they get some one-on-ones that they can win, but ultimately just not good enough.
The third down has kind of been a problem that won't go away. Do you have to try to take a different strategy to that moving forward for the final two games?
Yeah, it's something we just have to continue to look at, and it's a little, we tried a little bit of everything. You tried zone, we tried man, we brought the house on the last touchdown pass that got thrown, or the scramble that got it down inside when Simpson was at quarterback. Ultimately, we just got to try to find the right mixture, and I'm not doing a good enough job of finding that mixture, and that's on me.
It's just then execute watch.
It's one thing to watch, you can say them on film, but then playing them live in person, just what makes them just such a dangerous team?
Shout out to Coach White defensively, because I felt like we had a good game plan. Once again, it was just like not about executing. Long third downs, key third downs that we had to execute, and we just didn't do it. But like I said, we'll bounce back. Next week in practice, take it to South Carolina.
How tough is it to get down 21-0 right off the jump, and anything you wanted to do game plan wise seems to go out the window?
Once again, that's not us, but at the same time, we don't accept defeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna keep going regardless of the score. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really look at the scoreboard like that because we got each other. So.
Jordan, what'd you see? Walk us through your interception.
Well, Jalen Miro was scrambling, and as a good scrambler he was, he could have took off easily, but I seen where his eyes was and seen where he wanted to go, and took off, and I got the pick.
Jordan, you talk about execution. Is it more mental or is it more physical when it comes to that?
I want to say both, because the mental part, is really about having eyes, good eyes, and knowing where you're supposed to be at the right time. Physically, Alabama is Alabama. And, they're going to bring whoever they're playing. And like I said, a team like Alabama, you got to bring it to them.
To have a dual threat guy who can just kill you one way or another, what is that like to prepare for and then seeing it in real time?
Coach White kind of compared it to like when we played Florida with Anthony Richardson. And, we just got to keep the edges secure. And when we're playing like a guy like Miro who can scramble and throw the ball deep like anywhere he wants to, we just got to plaster and stay on our man and then just execute on tackle.
Jordan, like you said, you got 2 games left. How hard is it going to be, or do you think it's going to be hard to shake this one off and get ready for the last 2?
Any SEC game is honestly going to be hard, but it's up to us to make it easy, So yeah, that's it.
Overall, what did you take from this